All right, let's talk about one of the biggest moments in a company's life, the IPO. It's that moment when a private company steps out from behind the curtain and onto the world's biggest financial stage. So, what does that really mean for the company? And maybe more importantly, for you. Let's dive in and demystify this thing. I mean, you hear the term thrown around all the time on the news, right? Especially when some hot new tech company's involved. But what exactly is an initial public offering? It sounds super complex, but you know what? The core idea is actually pretty simple. So there's your textbook definition. An IPO is the process where a privately owned company, one that's just owned by its founders and maybe a few early investors, decides to go public. And it does this by selling off little pieces of itself, which we call shares, to literally anyone who wants to buy them. It's a huge deal. But to make this crystal clear, let's forget the jargon and talk about something we can all understand. Yep, that's right. Forget Wall Street for a second. We're going to talk about cupcakes. Trust me, it's the most straightforward way to grasp this whole concept, and it all starts with a big dream for massive growth. So picture this. There's a local bakery that's famous for its amazing cupcakes. We're talking lines out the door every single day. The owners have this huge dream. They want to expand from their one little shop to 50 shops all across the country. The only problem? That takes a massive amount of cash that they just don't have. Now, they could go to a bank and get a huge loan, but instead, they decide to IPO. What they do is they essentially divide the entire ownership of their bakery into millions of tiny little pieces, kind of like a giant puzzle. These pieces are called shares. They then sell these shares to the public, to people like you and me. We give them our cash to help them build those 50 new shops, and in return, we get to own a tiny piece of their cupcake empire. That right there is an IPO in a nutshell. So, raising a ton of money for expansion is obviously the big one, but it's not the only reason a company decides to take this massive step. There are a few other key motivations at play that are just as powerful. Okay, number one, raising capital. We just saw that with our bakery, but an IPO also provides something called liquidity. This is huge for the founders and early investors who have all their wealth tied up in this private company. Going public lets them finally sell some of their shares on the open market and turn that on-paper wealth into actual cash. Then there's prestige. I mean, being listed on the New York Stock Exchange is a huge PR boost. And finally, public companies can use their stock as a form of currency to buy other companies, which makes it way easier to grow. With all those benefits, the next question is pretty obvious. How does a company actually do this? It's a long, intense journey, but we can basically break it down into 5 main steps. First, they hire a big investment bank to act as their guide or their underwriter. Second, they file a massive document with the government called an S-1. This is where they lay all their cards on the table, their business model, their financials, all the risks. For investors, this document is gold. Third is the roadshow, where the executives basically go on a world tour, pitching their company to big money investors to get them excited. Fourth, based on all that excitement, they set the final share price the night before the launch. And finally, you get that iconic moment. They ring the opening bell at the stock exchange, and their stock officially starts trading for everyone to buy and sell. Okay, now for the part that really matters to most of us. Once that bell rings, anyone can buy a piece of the company. But you need to know, investing in a brand new IPO isn't like buying stock in a company that's been around for decades. It has its own unique and often pretty wild dynamics. And one of the most famous of those dynamics is something called the IPO Pop. This is when all the excitement and media hype causes a stock's price to just surge on its very first day of trading. I mean, sometimes by huge amounts. It's the whole reason IPOs get so much attention, that tempting idea of huge immediate gains. But, and this is a really big but, here's the other side of that coin. That initial hype can be incredibly misleading. These companies are brand new to the public market, their stock price is super volatile, and very, very often, that initial pop just fades. The price can fall just as fast as it rose, sometimes even dropping below what it started at once all the excitement wears off. So this brings us to the crucial point, the golden rule of this whole thing. Never, ever buy an IPO just because of the hype. Before you even think about investing, you have to do your homework. Go back to that S-1 document. Really understand their business and their financials. The question you always have to ask yourself is this: are you investing in a solid company for the long haul, or are you just buying a lottery ticket for opening day?